Hi, I'm Vanessa, and today I'm going to share my thoughts on the books that I read in March.
Turning pages, keep turning those pages. Time flies when you've been reading.
First, I read Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. This book was okay. It started out a little bit slow, and for some reason I just never really connected with the characters, which is a shame because I really enjoyed the author's previous series. But the pacing just seemed a little bit off in this book. We seemed to spend too much time on some stuff that just wasn't that interesting, and then we kind of flew past some things that I would have liked to have been expanded on. Like this one scene where Sora had to save her friend using this new magic that she had just learned, and it all happened really easy and seemed very fast. Like, it shouldn't have been quite that easy for her to have done that. It seemed like kind of a big thing, and it was over in just a couple of pages. I read some reviews of this book after I finished it, and I think I do agree that it seemed kind of rushed to publication. It wasn't a bad idea or even plot. It just seemed like it needed a few more rounds of revision or something. I forget if I actually rated this. It's probably somewhere around 3 stars or so. And I'm gonna sneeze again. And then I read Deep Light by Frances Hardinge. I really enjoyed this. It was such a unique story and setting, and the descriptions just completely immersed me in this world and made everything seem very real, which is impressive for a book about gigantic undersea monster gods. My main complaints are about a couple of the side characters. The back of this book even explains that something bad happens to, what's his name? Hark, the protagonist's best friend. Hark is the protagonist. Jess is the best friend. And Hark wants to save his best friend from this dark fate, keeping it vague to avoid spoilers. But his friend is the actual worst. He's so annoying and so manipulative. In the beginning, he tricks Hark into doing something that 1, nearly gets him killed, and 2, nearly destroys his entire future, and he does absolutely nothing to help him, and he even refuses to apologize for getting him into that situation. The best friend made me so crazy. He was not a single bit sympathetic, but Hark for some reason still felt this loyalty towards him. Anyway, I feel like the best friend should not have been so horribly unlikable, because when Hark is all, I must save him, I'm just sitting here like, do you? Why not just let him die? And then partway through, this other character is introduced as a friend for Hark, but she's just grumpy and hates the world and is not a lot of fun. Even though it's obvious that we're supposed to like her. She should have gotten a little bit nicer to Hark, especially before they go on their big end-of-book adventure thing, in my personal opinion. But overall, I did really enjoy this book. It was so weird, but fascinating. Atmospheric is really the right word for it. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Well, I will once I update Goodreads, which I haven't updated in like a month. And then I read Sheen of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in her new trilogy. It follows the Infernal Devices trilogy and is about the Infernal Devices characters' children. It was amazing. I loved it so much. And I actually made a whole review vlog about it, so stay tuned for that if this video comes out before that one does. I also listened to the audiobook Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare and a bunch of other co-authors, which is a short story collection in the Shadowhunters universe. Some of the stories got a little bit repetitive and slow, but overall I'm glad I listened to it, especially since the first 3 stories gave backstory into some of the Chain of Gold characters, and that turns out to be really important in Chain of Gold. I also go into more detail about all of the different stories and my thoughts on them in that Chain of Gold book vlog video. And that's what I read in March. What have you read lately? Have you read any of the books I just mentioned? Let me know in the comments. And chatting with you in the comments always makes my day. And I will see you soon for my next video. Bye!